when we prepared to open Southland College Prep, I talked about the dream, the vision, the mission of preparing our students to be competitive in a world that's larger than ours and to fill the hopes and dreams of the community. This dream was something that was very tangible to us.
Southland especially, I think, reflects the dreams and the passions of a community for excellence in education.
The question in this community was, where will your child go to high school? And it was a question that was of some concern.
And we were hoping and praying for a school that would prepare them for college.
From the first day, I could tell that Southland offered its students a lot of opportunities.
The opportunities you get here is just amazing. Like, you don't have to pay for your AP test here. You don't have to pay for your SAT or ACT test here. So it makes it not only affordable, but they really prepare you for what's to come.
I remember Dr. Davis was speaking. One of the most distinct memories I have from that day is when she gave us the holders for the diploma. And I was like, wow, this is the real deal.
I was 23 out of 25 on the waiting list. Day one, I had a positive attitude. I didn't care where I would be as long as I'd be under the Southland name, learning from Southland teachers.
And I'm so glad that I didn't turn my back and say I couldn't accept the challenge, because I stand here now and I've proven, as well as my peers, that we excelled and we did the best that we could.
The strong should take care of the weak. The students of today are the leaders of tomorrow. We are a family-oriented school. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. Our responsibilities never end. Our education does not end in the classroom.
Becoming role models, leaving a place better than we found it. If you really take hold of those lines and apply it to your life, you could make a profound difference.
Seeing the art program, the band, the chorus, drama, and dance, using it as a vehicle for teaching, to present oneself with class and dignity and integrity is of the utmost importance.
My philosophy is always been that there's more than one way to solve a problem, that there isn't one correct way, and that problem solving is a creative process. It's not memorization as much as it is how to attack something.
Ultimately, I'm looking for them to not remember the things that we've read per se, or remember that, you know, Hamlet is a tragedy by Shakespeare, but rather that they can take those skills and then employ them in their lives beyond.
I think really it comes down to Mr. Anderson and Mr. Lane, because they really sit with you and really help you understand, you know, what's going on when it comes to post-high school life and how to understand where you're going and what's the best decision for you.
The goal was very simple. The goal was that we wanted to get all of our young people into a four-year college and university. But in addition to that, we wanted to get the very top of our class, students who were deserving of being in highly selective colleges and institutions. We wanted to be able to help them to access those institutions. It soon became apparent that the kids were very receptive. Over and above that, their parents were very receptive.
Quite a milestone for a group of students. Every member of the graduating class of Southland College Prep in Richton Park has been accepted by colleges and universities. Altogether, they've earned more than $5.5 million in scholarships.
A small high school in the southwest suburbs is helping to change the lives of its students.
Every student, all of you are all in.
Hofstra University.
University of Notre Dame.
Washington University.
Morehouse College.
Yale University.
Yale!
Yes.
And for the third consecutive year, the entire graduating class from Southland College Prep is headed to college. All 109 graduates have been accepted to schools across the country, including 36 of the top 50 ranked United States colleges and universities.
That is amazing.
What a group
Good
of
for,
students,
they need
right?
to be honored for that.
Exactly.
That is incredible.
An entire class of graduating seniors has a lot to be proud of.
The class of 2017 is all in.
$25,327,000.
That's how much these college-bound students have been awarded in scholarships to make their dreams a reality.
And the class of 2018 is all in.
Class of 2018 graduates notched $28.2 million in merit-based scholarships. Southland College Prep seniors have secured more than $100 million in scholarships with its first 5 graduating classes.
$100 million is a staggering figure, and it's really a staggering figure for 5 classes for the little engine that could.
You are all in.
The South Suburban High School gets ready for graduation. They have a big reason to celebrate. The entire graduating class got accepted to college.
Another reason to celebrate, this senior class was awarded more than $50 million in merit-based scholarships.
Congratulations. Now, Southland has had 6 graduating classes, and all 6 have had a 100% graduation rate. Way to go.
Wow.
The class of 2020, you are all in.
Circumstances may have forced them apart, but the senior class at Southland College Prep in Richton Park was all in as the school celebrated all 136 students in the class of 2020 heading to college. The class of seniors are the South Suburban Charter High School's 7th graduating class to all be accepted by an institution of higher learning, earning this year collectively nearly $60 million in merit-based scholarships. So far, graduating classes at Southland have racked up over $200 million in scholarship offers.
When historians write about the class of 2020, you know what they're going to say? They achieved despite everything.
Class of 2021, you are all in.
Southland College Prep are really celebrating an impressive achievement because that school's 138 seniors have all been accepted to college. They held a virtual celebration at the Richton Park campus this morning. This is, in fact, the 8th straight year that the school's seniors achieved that 100% college acceptance rate. And then get this, the students also earned $50 million in merit-based scholarships. Actually, 30 of the grads earning $1 million or more. So congratulations to all of them tonight.
Not only have we prepared students to go on to college, and we've been able to provide the means, what we've been able to do is to stimulate a sense of hope. I know that it's a little bit old-fashioned, but a sense that the American dream, in the old definition of it, the definition that we had when we were growing up, the American dream, this business of coming to our shores and doing better than those who did before, the American dream can be achieved. And if you ask me how in the future you will define Southland College Prep, it will be about that dream. It will be about that mission. And it will be about the faith that we as a community, as a people have. And simply, that is Southland College Prep.
perseverance, a continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. From the healthcare workers who have bravely dedicated their lives to healing patients, to the many members of the public who quickly assembled to provide food, masks, and support, we, as Southland family, have demonstrated a persistent determination to adhere to a plan of direction, a commitment to Southland students to provide what was necessary for a quality education in spite of the challenges. The experiences we, the Southland community, have participated in demonstrate our unity and our commitment to persevere and overcome adversity as a family, similar to the way in which the Pledge of Allegiance consolidates the American people. Now, please rise as we pledge our loyalty to continue to unite ourselves as a country, despite differences in race, ethnicity, religion, and gender, as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
For spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties, above the fluted shed his grace on thee, and crown thy God with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon and Janelle. Ranked 10 in her class with a solid GPA of 4.54, Janelle Haley has not only demonstrated excellence academically, but she has also shown her commitment to extracurricular activities both inside and outside of school. Janelle's athletic prowess earned her the title MVP of the track team, as well as serving as one of the captains of mock trial and participating in golf, band, and student council. In spite of her busy schedule, Janelle has managed to complete well over 100 hours of community service while enrolled at Southland, volunteering at Habitat for Humanity, Generations at Applewood, and the Orland Park Library. Janelle plans on majoring in political science to become a lawyer with aspirations of entering politics. Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement for Southland College Prep Charter High School, class of 2021. My name is Dr. Corey Levy, and I am Southland's Director of Operations. It is my honor and privilege to preside over this commencement on behalf of the Board of Education, CEO Dr. Blondine Y. Davis, the administration, and the staff of Southland College Prep Charter High School. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the administration of Southland College Prep who worked tirelessly with students, staff, and parents for the benefit of our students. Mr. Lee Stanton, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Douglas Hamilton, Associate Superintendent, Mr. Marvin Talley, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Robert Lane, Director of College Admissions and Alumni Relations, Ms. Cheryl Frazier, Director of Test Adjudication, Mr. Homer Thomas, Athletic Director, Ms. Shelia Blissett, Director of Special Education and Student Support Services. Now, please join me in recognizing and acknowledging the faculty and staff who have fostered the education of these graduates through remote, hybrid, and e-learning over the past year. Thank you for your perseverance and commitment. It is now my pleasure to introduce the class of 2021 valedictorian, Nia Ware, who will deliver the welcome address. Nia is ranked number 1 in her class with a 4.88 GPA and ACT score of 34. Nia has held the number 1 position in her class for all 4 years of high school. She is a Bradford Memorial Scholarship recipient and has been offered over $1.6 million in merit-based scholarships. Nia indulged in multiple activities at Southland, including the National Honor Society, National Speech and Debate Association, and being president of Student Council. But her greatest passion has been the time she has spent on the speech team. Nia is a 4-year member of the Forensics and Theater program at Southland, holding positions on the team as an event captain, peer coach, and executive board member. During her speech career, Nia has been an IHSA Speech Individual State Finalist as a junior and senior in impromptu speaking, placing 3rd and 2nd respectively in the state finals, and placed 5th in special occasion speaking, as well as being named to the IHSA All-State Contest Play cast this year for her performance in The Colored Museum, that placed 3rd at the 2021 IHSA State Group Interpretation and Dramatic Competition. In addition, Nia was a member of the 2019 cast When We Were Just Children, which won the state championship in performance in the round. Nia will also be representing Southland at the National Speech and Debate Tournament in June in the event Program Oral Interpretation. In spite of this hectic schedule, Nia still finds the time to volunteer at Generations at Applewood, the Village of Richton Park, Habitat for Humanity, and acts as a production assistant and host for Black Girl Podcast. Nia will be attending Stanford University in the fall, majoring in biomedical engineering, and aspires to work in the biotechnology industry. Please welcome Nia Ware.
This is a great end to our senior safari. Class of 2021, sitting here in front of all of you all today gives me the chills. It is inspiring that each of you have made it to this point, many of you without ever stepping foot into the building. Now that you all are here, however, I would like to say great afternoon and welcome. Future graduates, parents, teachers, faculty, and administration. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to God, my parents, friends, family, and the teachers and faculty members of Southland and Madison School District 162 for not only making many of the wonderful things happening in my life possible, but also fathomable. A little over a year ago, we were tasked with doing our part to take on a cause that was bigger than ourselves. And I must say, class of 2021, you all stepped up to the challenge completely. This past year, we have not only become familiar with each other's ceiling fans, but we have also become familiar with an unmatched tenacity in the face of adversity. So, how did we get here? I would say a little bit of smarts, a bit more hard work, but for the most part a word that was introduced to me by Ms. Michaels, but coined by psychologist and former teacher Angela Duckworth as grit. Grit is what goes through your mind when you, like me, fail that AP Calc entrance exam not once, but twice. When you get rejected by that job or that college, or when your senior year just so happens to be in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Grit is when you choose to take that failure and go into a better direction. When you take that rejection and use it as exigence to go harder. Grit is when, regardless of the pandemic, you choose to accomplish the things that each member of the class of 2021 have accomplished. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Grit is something that I believe Southland specializes in. So, now we know how we got here, but why are we here? Why did we go through those failures, those rejections, and those hard times? The answer to that is something that I think we each have to find out for ourselves on this upcoming journey. But for me at least, I think I found a little bit of the answer in a short story that I read a few months ago. It goes, there once was a king who did unusual things to teach his subjects important lessons. One day, he decided to put a giant stone in the middle of a well-walked road to see how his subjects would react. The first person to come along was a farmer, and when the farmer saw the stone, he complained, but he was able to maneuver around the obstacle. The next person to come along was a soldier, and the soldier did not see the stone at first, and he ended up falling. However, the soldier was able to get back up and overcome the obstacle. The third person to come along was a little miller's daughter. But when she saw the stone, she didn't go around it. Instead, she thought about the person coming behind her, and she moved it out of the way. And underneath was a box of gold. Now, usually I would stop here, and I would say that this short story encompasses lessons of perseverance, pushing through obstacles, overcoming failure, and keeping your eyes on your aspirations, and that the class of 2021 embodies these lessons. But last night I couldn't sleep because I realized that the story wasn't complete to match our journey. So I added my own little twist. You see, after the miller's daughter rolled the stone away, the stone rolled back. This path was a valley, and the stone couldn't stay on its own. So a Southland teacher, Miss Frazier, Mr. Kowalski, Miss Hollowich, Miss Bartley, Mr. Lane, and Dr. Davis stood in the middle of the road and held the stone so that we could walk through. Class of 2021, with all that you all have overcome and pushed through, you all do embody these lessons of overcoming obstacles. And usually, I would encourage you to take it a step further and move those stones for others. But now I'm telling you that it is our responsibility. We have the grit, the accolades, but we owe it to these people who have sacrificed so much for us to put impact at the forefront. They don't get a box of gold like the miller's daughter for staying up all night editing essays, or for, instead of retiring, choosing to stay and coach that award-winning speech team. So, let's give them what we can through the actions that we take, because our actions are their legacy and their impact. I think we're on the right track, because today definitely isn't what I thought it would be, but it is a happy day. I remember the first day of kindergarten. I saw a girl next to me crying for her mommy. That girl, graduate Ryan Howard, will be attending Howard University in the fall. Another kindergarten buddy, Kevin Carter, will be the first Southland student to go to Brown University. And my 5th grade math bowl buddy, who I never officially went to school with until Southland, Kyle Willard, our future paleontologist Kyle Willard, will be headed to, as he says, the University of Chicago. I could go on and on about people like Girl Scouts Lauren Ward, Jada Bay, and Janiyah Fleming, who I have literally been going to school with since before we could read. And in a few short months, we will be spread across the country and maybe even one day, the world. The great poet Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel." Class of 2021, if you remember nothing from this speech, from this school year, or even your time at Southland, I hope you remember the feeling of empowerment that came from the grit you gained from Southland, and that in the future, you feel empowered to leave your impact, legacy, and to give back to our village that has brought us here by moving the stones you encounter out of the way for those coming behind you. We did it, Fran. Congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you, Naya. Now, please join me in welcoming Miss Norman, Southland graduate Chesney Roulette, in the Southland Choir.
True art is made noble and religious by the mind producing it. Create, my friends. Dream. But never forget, you must dance. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. If ever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And if you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains
As many of you know, here at Southland, we like to recognize and give our talented individuals flowers before they leave. So at this moment, I would like to present these flowers to Chesney Roulette as a token of our gratitude.
Fantastic job as usual, Chesney. Thank you, Miss Norman, Chesney, and the Southland Choir. It is a tremendous honor for me to call forward our class of 2021 co-salutatorian, Kyle Willard, who ranks number 2 with a 4.84 GPA. Kyle Willard has demonstrated a near impeccable academic record through his high school career, being named a College Board National African American Scholar, AP Scholar with Distinction, Illinois State Scholar, and receiving 4 Golden Apples at Southland College Prep. Kyle has not only demonstrated excellence academically, but he has also shown a commitment to extracurricular activities both inside and outside of school. Kyle is treasurer of Southland's National Honor Society, a 4-year member and captain of the Southland Boys Bowling Team, where he qualified for the IHSA sectionals, and a volunteer for the Real Man Read program at Southland. Kyle has also volunteered at the Rich Township Food Pantry, District 159 Elementary Schools, and the Sickle Cell Disease Association of Illinois. He has received nearly $300,000 in scholarships, including the University of Chicago's full tuition Stand Together Scholarship, where he plans on attending school, and he is also the recipient of a highly selective Ron Brown Scholarship. Kyle plans to most likely double major in geophysical and biological sciences as he aspires to have a career in vertebrate paleontology. Please welcome Kyle Willard.
Thank you. 4 years. Approximately 5% of an average human's lifespan. To give perspective, in 4 years, newborns learn to walk, talk, and develop cognitive thinking skills. And in 4 years, a US president completes their term. Today, we commemorate that time, those 4 years, where we have seen yet another class of young people develop from children into adulthood at our high school, our home. Good afternoon, parents, loved ones, teachers, administration, staff, and graduates. I would like to personally extend my welcome and appreciation for your attendance at the Southland College Prep Charter High School's commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2021. To the class of 2021, remember this day and remember where you came from. I'm sure many of you have memories from freshman and sophomore year where we were deemed the, how do I say this, worst class by other classes and maybe some teachers who may have at times tried to avoid us. We've tripped, we've stumbled, we may have even fallen, but we took the next step and stood back up. You were able to pull through those notions and make it here. All I see today is a sea of excellence. You have endured the 9-hour school days with homework, with extracurriculars, with community service, and with your own personal issues and situations. You've encountered countless sleepless nights and early morning calls. Even a pandemic couldn't stop you from being here today. So don't allow anyone else to stop you from your success. You must fight and you must win. Take a look at those around you. These are the people that help to elevate you, your friends, your colleagues, your rivals, even ops. All, however, contributed to how you developed into the person you are sitting here today. Think of those that helped you succeed. Thank your parents, your grandparents, guardians, teachers, admin, and staff for providing the conducive environment for your own success. And for that success, Dr. Davis, as a representative of the class, I'd like to thank you for bringing Southland into fruition through thick and thin. My final piece of advice to you all, as you thank those that helped you to achieve such success, is to remember those that couldn't be here to see your achievements and use them as motivation to visualize your dreams and ideals. Thank you for supporting our senior safari to success today, and I hope that many more successes come to you all for another 4 years and beyond. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Kyle. It is a tremendous honor for me to call forward our class of 2021 co-salutatorian, Amira Jones, who ranks number 2 with a GPA of 4.84. In addition to being a CEO Straight A Scholar for 4 years, Amira has also shown a commitment to extracurricular activities both inside and outside of school. Amira is Secretary of the National Honor Society and Student Council and soprano section leader in the choir. Beyond school, she takes pride in her work in the community and regularly volunteers with the Richton Park Community Center, Generations at Applewood, and Habitat for Humanity. Amira has received nearly $2.6 million in scholarships and plans on attending Cornell University. Although her major is undecided right now, Amira knows that whatever she puts her mind to will allow her to positively impact the world and further the cause of self-sustainability, justice, and equality. Please welcome Amira Jones.
When recounting our past and events that made us who we are today, we often reminisce on the successes. Take, for example, this graduation commencement ceremony. However, little do we dwell on the failures, almost as if they make us smaller, as if they define who we are in totality. Failure isn't just about losing or not meeting the desirable characteristics that were created by some secondary party. Failure is peeling off the undesirable characteristics that have held you back from attaining your greatness. Good afternoon, parents, loved ones, Southland faculty and administration, as well as the class of 2021. We appreciate your attendance at this historic occasion in these unprecedented times. In my childhood, to my adolescent years, to where I stand before you currently, failures seem to be persistent, but not in the obvious ways such as in report cards or my driving test or even a checkup. I thought I was perfect. Perfect grades, perfect family, perfect life. What could Daddy's princess know about failure if she had essentially gotten everything handed to her? Well, in middle school, I didn't audition for the school play and get the main role like I really wanted to. In high school, I didn't try out for sports like track and field and place for perhaps a bronze medal, even though I really wanted to. I didn't audition for solos or try out for speech to get over my fear of entertaining a large crowd, even though I really wanted to. No, the failure I speak of isn't visible. The human eye is not capable of capturing this information if one does not let it be seen. It's the failure of initiative. Whether it be fear-inducing or not, this type of failure can be categorized as the worst, as it prevents you from reaching goals one might have not thought possible. My goal today is to show you that you are worth more than succumbing to this type of failure. Now, I'm not here to glorify failure or put it on a pedestal. I'm simply asking that you take it and learn from it. I know plenty of you all have heard about stories about coming from nothing and achieving success. These stories surround us every day. Take, for example, Oprah Winfrey, who was born into an impoverished family and suffered countless tragedies, losses, and abuse. Yet she is one of the most famous talk show hosts. Why? She took initiative and took advantage of a scholarship she managed to snag through a public speaking competition that she even had the audacity to participate in. And obviously, it snowballed from there. Nike's slogan is "Just Do It." And that's exactly how the company got its start when Phil Knight, co-founder of Nike, quit his job and decided to sell shoes out the back of his car. Nike now has a net worth of approximately $29.6 billion. Amira Jones, who climbed the ranks to become one of 2 salutatorians and took the opportunity to speak at not 1, but 6 graduation ceremonies. despite the fear of stumbling, boring the audience, or how many people would be watching. So, instead of being afraid to make mistakes, to feel the scrutiny of others by admitting that you failed, take a moment to congratulate yourself. You learned, and now you will do better. View them as stepping stones to the most successful individual you can be. Do not be afraid to take action, because that action may be your breakthrough. View every opportunity as fate and proceed with the same caution as you would with successful intentions. In closing, failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. The greatest failure should be throwing away the possibility of a future without trying at all. It should be the failure of not knowing that strikes the greatest fear in each and every one of us. With that being said, I know that the Southland family will find a fruitful future that they discovered because they weren't afraid of hearing a no, but striving for that yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Amira. At this time, please welcome Mr. Homer Thomas, Southland's Athletic Director.
Thank you. The 20 Pearls Foundation, Incorporated, has been a strong supporter of Southland College Prep. The 20 Pearls Foundation, Incorporated works hard to encourage young women to be successful in all areas, including the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. And in so doing, they offer a $1,000 Hidden Figures scholarship to a Southland senior. This year, the winner of this award is recommended and chosen by the science, math, and technology staff members of Southland College Prep. They describe the winner as the most conscientious, the hardest working, the most dedicated, and extremely worthy of this award. So I am pleased to announce that the winner of the 20 Pearls Foundation Incorporated Hidden Figures $1,000 scholarship is Michelle Espejo. Michelle, would you stand? The Real Men Read program is one of the outstanding community programs sponsored by the Southland family. In this program, adult men from the community and young men from Southland College Prep volunteer to read and have conversations with kindergarten through third grade students from School District 162. Each year, the members of the Real Men Read program offer a scholarship. The scholarship is named for Richard Siska for his tireless dedication and unwavering commitment to the program. The scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior male who participates in the reading program and who represents the embodiment of Mr. Rick. I am proud to announce that for 2021, the $1,000 Richard Siska Real Men Read Scholarship is awarded to Loyal Bridges. Laura, would you stand? Thank you. The Ronald Blackstone Memorial Scholarship Grant has been established in the memory of Ronald Blackstone by his loving family, Dr. Blondine Davis and Joe, Jamie, and Jessica Blackstone. Ronald Blackstone was an extremely hardworking man who took a small company and built it into a major force in Illinois and California. His dedication to success and building a strong foundation was unparalleled. His small company grew to employ more than 800 workers, and it became a multi-million-dollar success. Mr. Blackstone was a man to be admired because of his belief in himself and his strong determination to succeed, as some might say, even against all odds. So in his memory, the family is awarding a one-time $5,000 scholarship grant to a Southland College Preparatory Charter High School senior who has the same drive, leadership, and determination that Mr. Blackstone displayed. The award is based on a mandatory essay, academic success, activity leadership, community service, and application preparation. I am pleased to announce that the 5-judge panel has chosen a winner. They describe the winner as a true scholar, a person who really knows where they are going. And the winner of the $5,000 Ronald Blackstone Memorial Scholarship Grant is Alicea Haller. Alicea, would you please stand? Tim Barnes is a 2016 graduate of Southland College Prep. While a student here at Southland, Tim was outstanding in academics and athletics. Besides having a great GPA, Tim was a 3-sport athlete, but his main sport was basketball. Tim, as a floor general, was a 2-year starter on the winningest basketball team in Southland history. Tim parlayed his skills into a full athletic scholarship to Beloit College. Today, Tim's basketball career continues as he is now playing professional basketball in Europe. Tim has also established himself as an entrepreneur. In the second year of the Tim Barnes Scholarship Program, and in the spirit of giving back, Tim is awarding a $1,000 scholarship to a Southland athlete who excels in academics, athletics, and community service. The committee has selected a young man that embodies the term scholar-athlete. The winner has a 4.29 GPA for his entire high school career, and also averaged over 18 points per game in his high school career as a varsity basketball floor general. So today, I am proud to announce that the winner of the Tim Barnes Scholarship for 2021 is Mr. Wesley Woods. Wesley, would you stand up, please? Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. At this time, please welcome Breon Watts, President of the National Honor Society. Breon has demonstrated keen leadership academically, socially, and athletically. Ranked number 9 in the class with a 4.57 GPA, Breon participated in various activities, including 4 years as a speech team member and serving on the Speech Executive Board for 3 consecutive years. The National Honor Society, which he led this year as the 2021 chapter president, and Interact. He has also been a co-captain of the boys track and field team for 2 consecutive seasons and held the title of 2019 USATF 15-16 boys 400-meter hurdle national champion after competing in Sacramento, California for the Junior Olympics. Swinging back to his speech career, Breon captured the 2021 IHSA Dramatic Interpretation Championship after placing 5th in dramatic dual acting last year as a junior. He was also a member of the 2019 Performance in the Round cast that captured the IHSA championship. Additionally, Breon was the 5th place finalist in poetry in the 2020 National Speech and Debate Association National Tournament. Breon will be representing Southland again this year at the National Speech and Debates Tournament in June in dramatic interpretation. Even with all of these time-consuming commitments, he has managed to complete well over 100 hours of community service while enrolled at Southland, volunteering at Habitat for Humanity, Generations at Applewood, and the Richton Park Library, just to name a few. Breon will continue his studies on a full-ride scholarship from Quest Bridge at the prestigious Duke University, where he intends to co-major in psychology and theater. Please join me in welcoming Breon Watts.
Metamorphosis, a complete change of form, structure, or substance. Looking over the memories of the past 4 years, that is exactly what we have done. Changed and become young adults full of great character with countless reputable memories. When we walked through those doors for Freshman Academy, almost all of us felt a sense of dread. Entering a college prep charter high school as 8th graders with misplaced energy was a new beginning. This year, in the midst of a pandemic, having to perform and compete with no live audience at competitions and concerts was a new beginning. Not only having to learn remotely from home at the end of arguably the hardest year of high school, but also having to start out senior year as well as our college process through a virtual setting was a new beginning. We have endured several new beginnings that started out as challenges, but are now minor obstacles that we conquered indubitably. As we move on to this next stage, adulthood, I think that it is crucial that we remember those moments. It is a testament of where we came from, who we were, and how much we have grown as individuals. Just as sporadically as these events occurred in high school, they will occur in college. But you are no stranger to adversity. You have been equipped with all the skills necessary to push through valiantly. Take time to reminisce on how even though you were over 6 feet tall, you were given a bottom locker 2 years in a row. And sure, your knees were hurting and you were sore sometimes, but you prevailed. Or how Miss Orley would always answer your questions with another question, and how that taught you to just not expect things to be handed to you and to look beyond the surface level. And we did. We took on the challenge of looking beyond the surface in order to see that new beginning waiting for us. And we all know it wasn't easy. Hours and hours of studying, hours and hours of practice for extracurriculars, hours and hours and hours and hours of homework. I've convinced myself that if you weren't up past 12 a.m. doing homework, then you just didn't experience Southland. But at this very moment, those hours are paying off. As you walk across this stage, walk with a sense of pride. Smile your best smile and laugh your greatest laugh. You're saying farewell to childhood and walking into a new season, a new beginning, a new safari. And sure, you may be scared and uneasy about what's to come. The future is unprecedented. But never let the fear of the unknown stop you from reaching your potential. Never let the weight of negativity hinder you from tapping into your greatness. As stated by the late, great authoress Toni Morrison, if you want to fly, you've got to give up the stuff weighing you down. Class of 2021, allow yourself the space to fly. Release any and all apprehension and let your vitality carry you into this next new beginning. We did it, Deb. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Breon.
I dreamed a dream in days gone by, when the hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. And I was young and unafraid. Dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid. No song unsung, no wine untasted. the tigers come at night with their voices soft as thunder as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dreams to shame. Dream the impossible dream. Fight the unbeatable foe. Bear the unbearable sorrow. To run where the brave dare not go. To right the unrightable wrong. To love you and chase from afar. To try when your arms are too weary. To reach the unreachable star. This is the quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world would be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars, still strong with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star, to fight the unbeatable to dream the impossible
Oh, my, the dream. Secretary Jesse White, who also believes and dreams and works every day for the lives of the children in the state of Illinois. Welcome, welcome.
That was a tough act to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to be here with you today. My niece graduated is somewhere in here. I just want to applaud, commend, and thank her for her commitment to education. Special thanks to Dr. Bondine Davis and the faculty here for their commitment to educating our youth and putting them in the posture by which they can help run this great country of ours one day. I would hope that the graduates would walk over to their parents and thank them for helping them to be where they are today. Because without your parents have thought as to where you would be. I also want you to understand, too, that it's important for you to always look up and aim high and work hard toward being the best you could be. The easiest thing you'll ever get a chance to do in life is to say, I quit or I can't. Don't ever let that be a part of your philosophy of life. And if someone says you cannot achieve, you say, watch me. Someone told me many years ago that I would not play professional baseball. 8 years, Chicago Cubs. And someone said that I didn't have the intestinal fortitude to jump out of airplanes. 35 jumps. Someone said that I didn't have what it would take to teach school. 36 years. And someone said that I would not be able to become an elected official. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. First one was the Cook County Recorder of Deeds, 6 years. Secretary of State for 22 and a half years. And then, of course, when someone says you cannot achieve, as I said before, you say, watch me. And when I look at the teachers, the graduates who are here today, I want you to know that we're counting on you to be the best you could be. In life, we always want you to look up and aim high, and the only time we want you to look down is to tie your shoes. And I would just hope that you would walk over to your parents and your teachers today and thank them for helping you to be where you are today. And I want to take my hat off to you because not only did you take on the job of becoming better educated, better informed, but you worked hard to become high achievers. So for Dr. Blondine Davis, the faculty, the staff, thank you for giving, thank you for caring, and thank you for making a difference. And I know that these young people will continue to be the shining stars that they are today. Continue to move forward in life. Parents, you should be proud of these young people. And of course, we're looking on them and wishing them well. And we just hope that all that you have done today and all that you have achieved, that you'll walk over to your parents and thank them for their giving and caring spirit and for making a difference in your life. So with that, congratulations to you. And of course, we wish you well.
At this time, please welcome Mr. Ron Bean, Southland's Board President.
First of all, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I'd like to say that this facility and this event is absolutely amazing. And it is well beyond our expectations. And thank the administration, the faculty, and the staff that has put this on. Graduates, honored guests, faculty, administrators, and family members, I know what you require from a speaker, brevity, and I will not disappoint you. Thinking about today's global issues, and there are many: violence, lack of everyday necessities, health, physical, emotional, social, breakdown of the family structure, environmental pollution, and the list goes on and on. You can help if you are a model. Give your time to teach someone to believe in themselves by modeling that behavior. Be a volunteer, give back. Volunteer because you want to, not because it pads your resume. You can help the world. Do it through one project, one act, one deed. You can make a difference. Strive each day to give back. Believing anyone that crosses your path gives you an opportunity to make a positive difference in their lives. You have the skills to do these things, and the needs are real. Charge ahead, willing to take what you have learned here as your guide. Take an interest in public affairs. Do your part to unify, include, improve, equalize the lives of the least, the lost, and the last among us. Win a victory for humanity, says Horace Mann, an early educator. There are heroes among us. They are called Athenians. An Athenian is a person who strives for excellence, believes in reason, beauty, and moderation. They organize their lives around a set of values. An Athenian holds the knowledge in the highest esteem. They like to contemplate, reason, experiment, and question. They prepare their imagination through learning and experience. Athenians place great value on tradition, social restraint, and continuity. Bad manners are acts of violence against the social order. There is an Athenian that sits among us, Dr. Blondine Davis. Graduates, let the world know you as an Athenian. Be a hero to someone. Congratulations, class of 2021. The world awaits you.
Dr. Davis, I am honored at this time to present diplomas to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Levy. On behalf of the Illinois State Board of Education and the Southland Board, it is my pleasure to accept your recommendation. We will proceed at this time to the distribution of diplomas. Thank you. Let us move ahead.
Muhammad Abodarin, attending Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Muhammad's favorite memory is becoming baritone section leader for Southland's award-winning band. As he goes off to major in computer science, he wants to become a role model for the youth and keep a strong relationship with his buddy, Colin Kogar.
Kayla Ariana Adams, attending Marquette University.
Kayla has grand ambitions of being the world's finest practitioners in healthcare. She earned a huge scholarship to make her dream possible, to follow her path to become a future Nurse Adams. As she heads on to college, she'll miss all of her friends and teachers at Southland, especially Precious, AKA her bestie.
Anaya Adetunji, attending the College of DuPage.
Adetunji is always having fond memories of Southland Spirit Weeks and special events that disrupted the normal routine. She credits her mother for all of her accomplishments, thanks to her motivation and inspiration.
Gabriella Alisay, attending Nova Southeastern University.
Gabby has some massive dreams that she intends to make come true, namely majoring in marine biology. While specializing in oceanography, she plans to becoming a renowned scientist and researcher.
Ayana Anderson, entering the U.S. Navy.
Ayana is always a young woman to follow her own path. As she makes plans to serve our country, she reminds her fellow classmates that Southland gave us our wings to become true eagles. It is now time to fly and continue the legacy.
Josiah Anderson, attending the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff.
Josiah is a young man of a number of interests, which makes it hard for him to select a major, but definitely helps him to look forward to exploring them all in college. Southland has taught him the value of hard work, and his family have kept him pressing along through every challenging moment.
Oluwe Tomisin Aroguende, attending Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Tomi's fondest memories were her science adventures in Miss Holowich's class and touring the University of Notre Dame with her classmates. As she gives credit to God, her family, and her friends, she aims to major in chemistry and become a pharmaceutical scientist. In the words of her native tongue, Chajeje Mafo.
Janaya Barnes, attending Eastern Michigan University.
Janaya started high school terrified and shy, trying to find a place to fit. But by sophomore year, she truly found her stride, met friends, and began to feel her for who she was. She's interested in exploring psychology, forensic science, but has an ultimate goal to travel the world.
Morgan Bean, attending Knox College.
Morgan is living the dream. Not only is she heading off to her top choice college to major in kinesiology and physical therapy, she just signed her commitment letter to play Division III NCAA softball for college. She credits her mom, her dad for their support, and has the honor of receiving her diploma from her granddad.
Nevaeh Belgrave, attending Iowa State University.
Nevaeh is the self-proclaimed and student-appointed mayor of Southland. Through the pandemic, Nevaeh was everywhere helping our school afloat and entertaining. We'll forever be grateful for her award-winning skills in hosting Family Feud. If things don't work out in her career in computer science, she could easily give Steve Harvey a run for his money.
Rishon Bernard, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Rishon is one of the first students in history here to be a direct admit to the Illinois' world-renowned engineering school. He does not take the opportunity lightly, as he intends to major in computer engineering, grow up, and be an innovator, creating the next technological advancements in the world.
Kevin Carter, attending Brown University.
Kevin has so many fond memories of Southland, but his greatest ones are performing downtown at the Arts in the Dark Parade on Michigan Avenue, earning a Golden Apple Award, and hearing that Southland finally built a gym. He loves his dad, his mom, and sis, and his words are to walk in purpose and collide with destiny.
Jada Bay, attending Harris Stowe State University.
Jada intends to explore the sweet spot between business, music, and management on a collegiate level. Her fondest memory was walking the campus of Notre Dame with her good friend, Erica Watkins. She'll miss the special bond that the entire student body has and hopes to find a rich connection at her next destination.
Zaria Blackman, attending Northern Illinois University.
Zaria is excited to move on to the next stage of her life. She was so excited when she got the word of the college acceptance that leads her to her new campus this fall. She plans on enjoying the summer and preparing to exceed all expectations in college, taking a pre-dentistry track with dreams of having her own practice one day soon.
Kaye Branch, attending Alabama A&M University.
Kaye has enjoyed his time at Southland and welcomes what the future holds. He'll be missed by so many friends, but he gives all credit to his mom and dad for making it this far, and now it's time for him to take the wheel to his destiny.
Loyal Bridges, attending the University of Missouri.
Loyal has worked diligently to succeed and defy all the odds to be great. While he's earned tremendous grades, he's also been a great friend and never forgetting where he came from. As a standout in the Southland's Real Men Read program, we can't wait to see how he'll continue to impress us in college.
Francisco Cabello, attending Alabama A&M University.
Francisco is a walking example of grit, who worked hard every day to manage school, face adversity, work while in school, and take care of his little sister, to whom a great deal of his life has revolved around. As a result, he's leaving Southland prepared for anything.
Cornelius Carter, attending Eastern Illinois University.
Corn was named by his peers as the most improved senior in the class. His fondest memories? Freshman year homecoming and earning CEO Scholar designation in his senior year. He plans on majoring in business to prepare him for a future music business mogul designation. He urges all his friends to continue to strive and be the best you can be.
Tamara Chapman, attending Spelman College.
Watching her mom go to work and continue her education. Tam's mom is her true inspiration. After work and school every day, she never failed to continue to be a great mother to Tam and her brother. She hopes to bring that same passion and motivation to lead a successful life.
D'Amico Colcroft, attending Iowa Wesleyan University.
D'Amico's finest memories were in junior Spanish class with what his friends can now call his brothers and sisters. He'll miss all of his teachers, but especially credits Mr. Cheeseman, Miss Epson, and Mrs. Evans for their undying support through it all, and above all, his mom. Majoring in environmental design and architecture, we know D'Amico's future is going to be a bright one.
Colin Koger, attending Alabama A&M State University.
Colin has dreams of following in the steps of his father and finding a career in music, his true passion. He believes that one day he'll be a music teacher and music producer. What he'll miss most about Southland is his good buddy Muhammad and Southland family meetings. His final words to his classmates: let's do this.
Camille Coleman, attending St. Coletta's of Illinois Kennedy School.
Veteran teacher Miss Alavi says that Camille might be the nicest, kindest student she's ever worked with. Her giving ways, willingness to create friendships, and hard work ethic is undeniable and will serve her as she continues to fly. She's a fine example of what it means to be a Southland Eagle.
Rafael Corsino, attending Prairie State College.
Raphael is eager and excited to begin his next phase in life. He leaves behind a Southland staff that is proud of all his efforts and how he's continued to keep pushing through the finish line. Very proud of Mr. Corsino.
Kayla Dorr, attending Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Kayla's greatest accomplishment was being deemed an AP scholar by the College Board. As a woman who didn't plan on taking these courses, she ultimately took 8, the most possible. She gives all credit to God, her church family, and her family at home. As she learned from her uncle, Kayla encourages everyone to spend your time on this earth loving people, serving people, and enriching the lives of those around you.
Kevin Davis, the University of Houston he's attending.
Kevin Davis is a man of few words, but of deliberate action. He gives credit to his mom for being his true support system.
Coran Dawson, attending Eastern Illinois University.
Karan has one goal: to be his own boss. With a smile, he says he will miss the morning announcements and credits God and himself for making it this far. While his fondest memory at Southland was visiting Notre Dame, he plans on making his own memories in a few weeks, and we believe him.
Shelley Duyan, attending the University of West Georgia.
Keep your eyes peeled on the television, as one day you may see Shelley, a famous forensic psychologist. Majoring in criminology, she leaves behind best friends but plans to keep in touch. She gives credit to her mom, friends, Mr. Lane, and of course herself. All the guidance in the world doesn't matter if you don't do the work. Shelley is a star in the making.
Michaela Dowling, attending Emory University.
Michaela has had her eyes on the prize from day one and never slowed down. Majoring in neuroscience and behavioral biology, she is investing in her intellect. Everyone should be preparing for a change in doctors because very soon there'll be a new dentist in town. And her name, Dr. Dowling.
Derek Eason, attending Northern Illinois University.
Derek is a true intellectual, a voracious reader, and we expect him to continue to ask all the difficult questions in college that he asked his teachers for 4 years straight. He's an undeclared major, and we can't wait to see what path he ultimately chooses.
Heaven Edgecombe, attending Alabama A&M University.
Heaven is a hardworking student with the grades to show for it. As she contemplates studying psychology, sociology, and writing, she's got the cushion of a full-ride scholarship to figure it all out. Not surprising, a young woman named Heaven keeps her head to the sky.
Kayla Fincher, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Kayla admits that she can't sing at all, but she will truly miss choir because it was so enjoyable with her friends. As she leaves the nest to pursue a path in the healthcare field, she gives credit to her family for pushing her to be her best self. She'll miss her dear friend Maya and can't wait to see what the future holds, quite possibly joining Illinois' Black Chorus.
Janaya Fleming, attending Hampton University.
Janaya plans on majoring in architecture and owning her own firm. She has countless Southland memories, but the one that she holds dearest is being the superstar drum major for the band, showing what black girl magic truly looks like. She gives all the credit to God and to the village that helped raise her, and she urges her friends in Trinity Gibson to do amazing things.
Scott Freeman IV, attending Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Scott is one of the strongest students in the class and has been coached well by friends and family. An anime and biology junkie, he's got his eyes set into nursing. He says there's nothing like the feeling of warmth and gratitude for someone you've just helped. Who knows? We may be calling him Dr. Freeman IV before it's all said and done.
Brianna Gaines, attending Joliet College.
Our Brianna is excited to explore the many options that await her in college, especially in healthcare. She thanks her parents for reminding her what she could accomplish and never give up. Sharing those same words for her classmates, she says, you can do whatever you want as long as you set your mind to it.
Denari Gashin, attending St. Xavier University.
Denari is a true Renaissance man. While studying AP Computer Science, you'll catch him watching YouTube videos about animals and stars during the breaks. With interests in marine biology, computer science, engineering, and astronomy, everyone can't wait to see where his tremendous mind will take him.
Malachi G, attending Alabama A&M University.
Anyone who knows Malachi knows he's a character who lights up a room with jokes and pranks. He's learned a lot of what it takes to get out of his own way in high school, and as he aspires to become a sports agent or analyst, he's got all the tools to make it happen.
Trinity Gibson, unfortunately, cannot be here today. She'll be attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Voted best dressed in the senior class notables, Trinity is a model of class, flair, and personality, inside and out. She'll be missed by many friends, but considering her talents and interests in business and entrepreneurship, we have definitely not heard the last of her.
Carrie Gidron, attending Bradley University.
Gary is a grown man's mind and a young man's body. He began his call to ministry at the ripe age of 10, became a senior pastor at 17, and is one of Southland's most talented actors. He'll leverage his intellect by studying journalism, mass communication, and film production.
Eric Given, attending the University of Houston.
Once upon a time, Eric Given was shy. Emerging from his senior year, he has found his voice and learned to be assertive. As his mind and talent speak for him, he doesn't even have to open his mouth. We're proud that he selected a school far enough to take him out of his comfort zone, and we will closely follow one of our shining stars.
Kaylin Glenn, attending Bradley University.
Galen intends to major in business and credits his mom for continuing to push him forward. His most memorable experience? Running 100 yards on field at legendary Rockne Stadium at the University of Notre Dame. His final words to his classmates: be who you are, no matter the cost.
Tamia Green, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Tamia will always remember Freshman Academy and how quickly everyone seemed to bond and joke around, as it was foreshadowing of things to come. She credits her parents and friends for keeping her encouraged and to finish off strong. She's headed off to a top 10 business school in the nation to study marketing and launch her own business.
Oscar Griffin, attending Columbia College in Chicago.
Oscar started high school leaving dark times behind him. Now he leaves Southland a confident, kind, dynamic, and uber-talented young man who has impressed everyone. We will miss his voice at Southland, but we expect to hear more about how he sets the world on fire.
Daniel Jima, entering the U.S. Air Force.
Daniel is a man who makes his own moves and chooses his own path. After serving his country and keeping us safe, he plans to leapfrog into the real estate industry, perhaps as an agent or a developer.
Dontrell Harris, attending Lincoln College.
Dontrell is most proud that he's dealt with significant challenges, yet took the wheel and graduated. He will miss all the extra motivation and support he received from his teachers and doesn't plan to slow down. He'll study music, business, and drama with aspirations of becoming a super producer.
Cameron Hatter, attending Bradley University.
Cameron's running buddies were Xavier Ratcliffe and Kevin Carter, but he wants to thank everyone who's joined him on his high school journey. He's proud of the class of 2021, and he's looking forward to majoring in finance, redefining what it means to be successful.
Brian Hayes, attending Southern Illinois University, Carbondale.
Brian wants to give credit to Tambra Chapman, who's been there for him since freshman academy and helped him understand what it really meant to be a part of the Southland family. He'll be a great member of our alumni who we hope will come back and give back.
Nikhil Hayes Penny, attending Tuskegee University.
Nakael has been accepted to over 40 colleges and somehow decided on one. Her goal is to become a pediatrician, but she'll never forget all of her Southland friends, namely Aubriana and Janice.
Michelle Espejo, attending Johns Hopkins University.
Michelle is most proud of participating in the Congress of Future Medical Leaders, which cemented her dreams of going into medicine. Between that experience and walking the campus of Notre Dame with the entire class, she plans on majoring in biology and becoming a pediatric surgeon.
Jatuan Heron, attending Prairie State College.
Jatan has walked through the fire that is Southland, and thanks to that, she has strong feet and confident swagger as she leaves us. Her message for all of her friends: keep that positive Southland energy. We've just started.
Jonathan Howard, attending Parkland College.
Jonathan's road is just beginning. He plans on leveraging study in business administration into a career that serves as a vehicle to enter the sports and athletic industry. College is going to be his training ground to learn, network, mature, and find his way.
Ryan Howard, attending Howard University.
Voted most involved, most spirited, and most likely to brighten your day, Ryan has truly been a light at Southland. Walking the hallowed halls of Howard University, she plans on majoring in political science and becoming the President of the United States. As usual, Ryan is a modest woman with very modest aspirations.
Justice Howard Lee, Attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Justice fondly remembers history with Mr. Hogan among her best times academically and enjoying friendship and leadership opportunities in dance. Her proudest moment, named to NHS. Her Southland experiences have filled her with confidence as she joins several of her friends with goals to dominate in college.
Kylie Hughes. Attending Spelman College.
While she admits things will be a little scary leaving the nest this year being quite a challenge, there is no one who doubts her intellectual abilities to rise to the occasion and excel on a collegiate level. She's now battle-tested and ready to take strides to become Dr. Kylie Hughes, an accomplished OB-GYN.
Jordan Humphreys. Attending Joliet College.
Jordan's favorite friend at Southland is actually his little sister London, and will miss sharing school with her. His fondest memory was reading to elementary students through Southland's Real Men program, where they read to the young people. He credits his mom, his dad, his nana, and Mr. Goldman for contributing to his motivation to succeed through adversity.
Sarah Hurston. Attending St. Louis University.
Sarah's fondest memories of Southland were the pep rallies, and just seeing everyone's faces in that school routine is what she'll miss most. Majoring in criminal justice, she leaves her classmates with a quote: "Life is like being on a boat that tips over. Those who sink, those who tread water, and those who find a way to rise above and save others. Choose wisely."
Haley Ivy. Attending Howard University.
Haley is a regional champion in dramatic acting, and her memories are filled with her performances through high school. She has been unforgettable. She will major in history and communications, probably using her dramatic talents as an attorney one day soon.
Makira Jackson. Attending Joliet College.
Makira is a quiet genius who has modestly earned her CNA certificate long before earning her high school diploma. She's got career plans and a strategy to become a success, and she credits her mom for helping chart a course. We'll all miss Makira at Southland. We know it will not be the same without her unique personality.
Jessica Jenkins. Attending the University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Jessica will never forget her time with Miss Chapman and her dance partners, with her fondest moment when she was named Dancer of the Year. As dance served as her outlet to express herself, she leaves us to study psychology, creative writing, and if she decides to be a counselor, we've got an open invitation for her to return to Southland.
Kelly Jenkins. Attending Georgia State University.
Kelly's memories of Mr. Fillmore's math class have carried her through 4 years at Southland. She's excited to get away from home and experience new adventures. She'll never forget marching and dancing her days away, and will major in a pre-professional path likely to take her into physical therapy.
Amari Johnson. Attending Lincoln College.
Amari has traveled a long way to walk across the stage, but as we know, it's the journey, not the arrival, that matters most. He will always have a lifelong appreciation for the teachers that never gave up on him, and he thanks his mother for always being by his side.
Brittany Johnson. Attending Alabama A&M University.
Voted most supportive as a senior class notable, we're truly going to miss her spirit at Southland. As she explores pathways in health science, engineering, and math, we're certain that she'll leave her mark at her next destination at a vibrant HBCU.
Jeffrey Johnson. Attending Eastern Illinois University.
Jeff's fondest memory was his first time marching in the Memorial Day Parade. He went on to receive a Division I rating in state for his saxophone play. Majoring in music education, he'll miss his friends, but use the lessons learned inside and outside of the class to be successful in college and beyond.
Malika Johnson. Attending Marquette University.
Malika is loved by so many of her friends, especially Patricia Wilkerson. She's been through quite a bit over the years, but she's thankful for everyone being a person to talk to, especially Mr. Lights. As she heads to Marquette, we can't wait to see what's in store for Malika.
Amira Jones. Attending Cornell University.
Amira is undeclared, but what she knows is that her future will revolve around social justice, self-sustainability, and the liberation of all people around the globe. As she travels the world, she'll never forget her Southland comrades, especially Courtney and Savannah. She just hopes that Mr. Lights invests in a pair of glasses so he can see properly.
Austin Kundla. Attending Emory University.
Austin remembers vividly the class trip to the University of Notre Dame, as it was the first time that the class moved together as a true singular group of students. It signaled they were all going to college, and things got real. He's going to use his love for statistics to major in applied mathematics and quantitative theory on his way to become a successful and handsomely paid actuary scientist.
Caitlin Lendebarker. Attending Columbia College, Chicago.
Caitlin is most proud of helping found Southland's Dungeons and Dragons Club, something that will live long after she's gone. She credits her family for encouraging her to follow her dreams as she aims for a career in art, design, and illustration.
Danae Lewis. Attending Hofstra University.
One day, when the Senate is called to order, look for Danae, as she plans to be the change in the world by helping shape America's political structure. She credits her late grandmother, who's watched over her the last 4 years, as she's striven for excellence. We know that her grandmother could not be more proud.
Lanesha Lewis. Attending the University of Rochester.
FBI Special Agent Lewis. She likes the sound of that. As she may become one, we're proud to know her beforehand. She'll miss the laughter in classrooms with her friends, relationships with teachers like Miss Lowry, and her experiences in mock trial. With a full ride to college, everything certainly paid off for Lanesha.
Azaria Matthews. Attending Kentucky State University.
Azaria is a class notable, named most talkative by her peers. Unsurprisingly, what she'll miss most is attending classes, developing strong relationships and friendships, and talking and laughing all day long. Her incredible personality will add color to her adventures in college.
Javis McCall. Attending Alabama A&M University.
Javas is an astronomy and aspiring entrepreneur. His YouTube channel with partner Malachi G is raising eyebrows at its exponential growth. With such early ingenuity, we cannot wait to see where he goes from here.
James McClinton, attending Bradley University.
A man of few words, James has grown so much at Southland. Always looking for an opportunity to serve, a chance to be a friend. We are confident that not only will he find a passion in college, he'll be a great asset to his future campus culture as he studies musical engineering.
Kamaria Gutter, attending Washington University in St. Louis.
Kamaria will major in urban studies with the goal to become a powerful real estate developer to rejuvenate the South suburban community. Her most exciting times include mock trial competitions, traveling to Notre Dame, and enjoying her relationships with Nia Wright and Kevin Carter.
Lauren McDonald, attending Iowa State University.
Lauren will major in animal science, and as she declared on her first day of high school, she will be a veterinarian. This Southland Golden Apple Award winner gives all the credit to her mom for being her backbone and gives a shout out to the heavens, to her grandfather who helped raise her and point her towards excellence.
Bakari McGee, attending Northern Illinois University.
Bakari is a track star who's earned the friendship and respect of so many here at Southland. Deciding between engineering and business, becoming president of the Usher Board, and earning great grades are just a few things that propels him to college, confident and excited.
Matthew McLean, attending Coe College.
Matthew plans on studying international business and international affairs and has grown tremendously here. After mulling countless scholarship offers, he decided on a school that was smaller, intimate, and afforded him an opportunity to play NCAA Division III soccer, and couldn't be more excited.
Aranisha Meekins, attending Bradley University.
Erin is a speech star who is shuttled through numerous ideas of what she'd like to study in college. She has evolved, discovering so much about herself in high school, and nominated by her peers as one of the most likely to become an artist. We are all a fan of her work.
Destiny Mitchell, attending Columbia College in Chicago.
Destiny was overwhelmingly voted by her peers as most unique in the class notables. Always speaking her mind and exuding individuality, her spirit will always be missed at Southland and will certainly be welcomed with open arms on the collegiate level. We hope she never changes.
Maya Mutri, attending Clemson University.
A future pediatrician and regarded as the senior class notable most inspiring, Maya will never forget winning the notorious lip sync battle versus upperclassmen and winning. As our class poet laureate, she leaves us with a quote: "Never see yourself less than an eagle. The number 21 symbolizes all-powerful unity and integrity, and as we depart, continue to be an eagle, and nothing will stand in your way, as eagles always soar."
Mustafa Muhammad, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Mustafa leaves behind fond memories of competing on the bowling team, student versus staff flag football games, and relishes partnering with his friend Rishan as they both head to the exclusive Granger School of Engineering at the University of Illinois, where he will become a civil engineer.
Derek Murray Jr., attending Iowa State University.
A quote he often refers to is, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." With each passing year at Southland, Derek performed better and better, earning higher grades with every single passing semester. This definitely caught the eyes of colleges, and we can't wait to see what he does for an encore.
Amari Myrick, attending the University of Missouri.
Amari had a phenomenal senior year and was forced to choose between many great choices to jumpstart her future career in medicine. We believe she may be the first nurse that owns a fast food restaurant. And in knowing Amari, I'm sure she'll do many things never done before.
Joy Narte, attending Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Joy will study many things in college and leave some choice words for her fellow classmates. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't be yourself to achieve something. Be who you want to be.
Misa Nixon, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Misa will major in political science and English with dreams of a career in law. She's proud of pushing through some challenging dark times and making her way into the light that shines down upon her as she walks across this stage today.
Janelle Haley, attending Claremont McKenna College.
An avid member of cheerleading, track and field, Janelle really found her place when she joined mock trial. After multiple trophies and medals, she discovered her future in law and the justice system. She challenges her classmates to soak up the wisdom of their contemporaries like J. Cole and Aim High.
Jamarian Nunn, attending the University of Illinois, Chicago.
Jamarian will major in business to cement the financial security of his entire family. He credits his parents, grandparents, and friends for continually checking in and never will forget the friendships, especially with Cliff, Xavier, Jonathan, Kyle, and Cameron.
Esther Okori, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
This volleyball captain and future pediatrician prides herself for pushing herself from regular to honors classes to being accepted to dozens of schools. She credits God, as nothing is possible without him. She bids a fond well to her best friend Maya and urges all of her classmates to believe in themselves.
Jada Patrick, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Jada is one of the strongest students in the class and is looking forward wide-eyed into the thought of going away to college. It's going to be a little scary for her, but high school has taught her to embrace who she is and to put her brilliant mind to work. If she decides to be an accountant, I will be her first customer.
Leonardo Panero, attending the University of Illinois in Chicago.
Leonardo will continue his education to pursue a career in healthcare. He'll miss his teachers and the Southland Creed, which always inspired him to do his best. To his classmates, he says, value your time wisely and make good decisions.
Michaela Pointer, attending Paul Mitchell School of Chicago.
Michaela is off to do great things. A class notable, she was voted to have the best smile in the class. Her urge to classmates, set your goals high and always dream big. You're only as big as the dreams you dare to live.
Kendall Porter, attending the University of Illinois in Chicago.
Kendall has grown into a student who speaks up for himself, recognizes when he makes mistakes, and strives to improve. All the elements of a mature young man in the making. While his classmates have all kinds of goals, his is very simple. I just want to make a difference.
Tyler Rapp, attending the University of Illinois, Chicago.
Tyler is a brilliant, gifted young man with a ubiquitous personality. Overcoming so many obstacles, he channeled his love for science, the mysterious, the unknown, and the underexamined in a way that really gets us excited about what he will accomplish, especially in the areas of science and technology.
Xavier Ratcliffe, attending Bradley University.
Xavier's fondest memories all revolve around his band experiences. From freshman year in the band program to all of the exciting trips, they made high school special. He credits his teachers for their constant support and extra assistance. His word to his peers, if I can do it, then you can too.
Chesney Roulette, attending Berklee School of Music.
Chesney was voted by her peers as best singer and received more votes than Mariah Carey. We all know that Southland is losing one of its most prolific songbirds to the world, but we know this is not the last time we've heard her voice. Keep your eyes and ears peeled for this truly gifted young woman in the fine arts.
Lillian Rucker, attending Trinity Christian College.
Lillian is a triumph. Once she worried about getting into college, as she walks across the stage, she was accepted to 24 schools. She thanks God, her family, and especially her mom for being that super single mom who pushed her to keep it moving, even when she had to deal with her own challenges.
Lynette Rucker, attending Moraine Valley Community College.
Lynette's experiences in Spanish helped her realize her potential to be great, and she's never looked back. She'll major in English, as she will someday become a best-selling author. To all that will listen, she says, life isn't promised to be easy, but take the leap of faith by refusing to quit trying.
Quincy Rucker, attending Prairie State College.
Quincy is proud of serving as president of the Dungeons and Dragons Club and intends to leverage his position in a career in computer gaming and programming. He looks forward to hitting the ground running on the collegiate level, transitioning into a young adult.
Terrence Rucker, attending Prairie State College.
Terrence credits teachers like Miss Dennis and Miss Alavi for helping him navigate through high school and truly enjoy learning more about his passions, which dwell in the sciences. Always outspoken and free, we encourage Terrence to keep that energy as he transitions into the world of young adulthood. Congratulations, Terrence.
Myra Sanchez, attending the University of San Francisco.
Myra is excited to head to the West Coast for new experiences. While she knows the road will not be easy, she's motivated by her training and her family support system. She plans on studying neuroscience and one day being a highly sought after neurosurgeon.
Anaya Singleton, attending Eastern Illinois University.
Anaya has had several victories and triumphs over her high school career at Southland, but in her mind, the greatest accomplishment has been not letting anyone drag her down or distract her from being successful.
Savannah Smallwood, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
As always, Savannah is ambitious and dreams big. She'll major in computer science and supplement that course of study with training in entrepreneurship as she aims to start her own game design company. Words for her classmates? Heroes are ordinary people who make themselves extraordinary. Savannah is definitely a hero in our book.
Cassidy Smith, attending the University of Houston.
Cassidy is most proud of her accomplishments in the area of dance and plans to be a psychologist while opening her dance studios to create spaces in needy neighborhoods to provide a safety culture of empowerment. She gives thanks to Mr. Rice, Chesney, her grandmother, her auntie, friends, counselors, and her boyfriend for pushing her to be her best.
Nyla Smith, attending North Carolina A&T University.
Nyla wouldn't walk across the stage without giving credit to her great-grandmother, Lucille Smith. While it's been years since she left this world, Nyla knows that she has helped her along the way every step, and there hasn't been a day that Nyla hasn't thought of her.
Tristan Smith, attending Stevens College.
Tristan's fondest memory at Southland was feeling supported in Dr. Hale's office while accompanied by her best friends Jessica and Justice, eating walking tacos and sneaking on their cell phones and being caught by Dr. Hale were the small moments that were the best.
Angelina Spivey, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Angelina has wisely selected an undeclared area of study to take advantage of the wealth of resources at her top choice college. She is proud serving section leader within Southland's decorated ambassador band and successfully navigating Southland's rigorous honors program.
Jamie Standors, attending the University of Illinois in Chicago.
Jamie entered Southland shy, unsure, apprehensive, and she leaves confident, ebullient, and accepted to 24 colleges with a renewed sense of confidence. Dr. Hale and Mr. Lane will be watching closely, but we'll be with you every step along the way. Jamie, we're gonna miss you.
Janice Stevens, attending Xavier University of Louisiana.
A decorated graduate who is a member of National Honor Society and winner of the Distinguished Making a Difference Award, Janice enters college with an open interest in the sciences. As a woman who's enjoyed classes of varying subjects, we can't wait to see where she lands.
Brennan Saez. Attending Indiana Institute of Technology.
A future tech entrepreneur, Brennan prides himself on amassing over $1 million in scholarship offers from so many schools desperate to bring him on board. He also takes credit for helping lead the charge to shorten the school day during the pandemic. As a true scholar athlete, he reminds us of what excellence in balance looks like.
Alacia Haller. Attending the University of Rochester.
They plan to tackle major issues in our world, namely championing the LGBTQ+ community, advocating for those with autism, and serving those who suffer from dependency. As a future adolescent and drug and alcohol psychiatrist, they will be the change they want to see in the world.
Gabrielle Taffy. Attending Berkeley School of Music.
A young woman of so many talents, but one that is unmistakable is Gabby's abilities in the fine arts. As she contemplates a future in education, we only can hope that we can make her an offer to return and help transform this community. But we are willing to share this superstar with the world.
Ija Tatum. Attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Ija is so many things: an adept scholar, a strong big sister, a conditional friend. AP US government turned her on to the inner workings of politics and may have served as her entry point. This CEO scholar will major in political science and follow in the University of Illinois tradition of Carol Mosley Braun, our first African-American female senator.
Courtney Taylor. Attending Xavier University of Louisiana.
Courtney's fondest accomplishment was helping push for an early release time for students during the pandemic. In doing so, Courtney learned at Southland that she could make a difference. Courtney learned about the power of one.
Jaden Taylor. Attending Trinity Christian College.
Jaden is a model of consistency and excellence. Always asking the right questions, always going the extra mile. You can count on his success in the collegiate level. Interested in urban planning for years, we see him studying urban planning, business economics, and management.
Brooke Thompson. Attending Illinois State University.
Brooke will be studying health informatics and management on a full ride scholarship. She will miss Miss Chapman and Mr. Davis and their dance program the most. Above all, she credits her mom and her sister to guide her and pushing her to succeed, because through them, she understands quitting is not an option.
Christiane Thompson. Attending Georgia State University.
Christiane will major in biology and prides herself upon growing academically at Southland, from making high honor roll, entering the honors program, and being accepted to law summer programs. She urges her fellow classmates to follow suit and truly make the best for yourself.
Tiana Thompson. Attending Columbia College, Chicago.
Tiana wants to study fashion design and bring her creativity and vision to the world. With her intellectual vitality and spirit, we've been proud to be an investor and will continue to follow this future visionary.
Treasure Turner. Attending Xavier University of Louisiana.
Treasure is a member of the Millionaires Club, earning more than $1 million in scholarships. There were so many colleges who just couldn't say no to our talent. All the challenges she's faced remind her of how blessed she is, but also reminds her how her can't stop, won't stop philosophy has always steered her through.
Clifford Underwood. Attending Purdue University.
While nominated most likely to be a comedian, he will major in mechanical engineering. He'll deeply miss cross country and the track and field teams, both of which were second families to him. His words of advice: what sets you apart is not your skill set, but how bad you want it and how far you're willing to go and achieve it.
Kennedy Varnado. Attending Morgan State University.
Kennedy is a true survivor. No matter how difficult things got, she picked herself up and kept going. She walks across this stage a winner. She's on her way to college and should know that no challenge is too much for her. She gives credit to her teachers and administrators for the push and support.
Mercedes Vinson. Attending Indiana State University.
Mercedes will miss her good friend Michaela and takes great pride in being nominated as Most Improved Student by her peers. She gives credit to her family for providing direction and guidance, especially mom and dad. She urges her classmates to listen to J. Cole and live that wisdom.
Justice Walton. Attending Hampton University.
Justice will major in computer science and take every course possible in photography. What she'll miss most is the atmosphere of Southland, the leadership of Dr. Hale, who helped provide a smaller, intimate environment where she could not have a favorite friend, but love them all equally.
Lauren Ward. Attending Clark Atlanta University.
Lauren is a proud member of NHS and intends on being a triple threat. She'll be a doctor who will be involved in journalism while practicing law on the side. She enjoyed Senior Ditch Day a little too much, but she credits her family for guidance, particularly mom, dad, and 2 amazing grandmas.
Naya Ware. Attending Stanford University.
Voted most likely to become president of the United States by her peers. We all know it's there if she wants it. In the meantime, we'll take her leadership, charisma, and intellect to California. Don't be surprised if she's a Twitter topic of Rihanna, Barack Obama, or even Elon Musk. But just don't forget, you heard her name here first.
Erica Watkins. Attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Erica has had many memories, but back when she was a little freshman at homecoming and asked by the homecoming king to dance was truly a magical moment. She's been through a lot, and as a result, her goal in life is simple: to make a difference in someone's life. As talented as she is, she's going to need to purchase a thick ledger to keep track.
Breanne Watts. Attending Duke University.
Breon's fondest memory is a particular speech practice to capture the full ambiance of a special piece called Passover. He'll definitely miss ridiculing Miss Frazier about her inability to use technology. As he goes off to study psych and theater, we wouldn't be a bit surprised if Denzel Washington's support for Chadwick Boseman is followed by investing in the up-and-coming Breon Watts.
Sydney West, attending Trinity Christian College.
Sydney has persevered through Southland and has always been transparent about her challenges. This is precisely why we believe that she'll be extremely successful in life and whatever she chooses to do. The only thing that'll make us sad is if Sydney doesn't come back to visit and keep us posted on all of her achievements.
Destiny Wheeler, attending Jackson State University.
Destiny looks forward to hitting the ground running on the college level and becoming a young adult while proudly representing Southland College Prep at a prestigious HBCU.
Kyle Willard, attending the University of Chicago.
The next Indiana Jones, Kyle Willard is living proof that hard work pays off. As he goes off to his dream school and studying in his dream profession, he gives credit to his family, his teachers, God, his grandmother, and himself for committing to education from pre-K all the way through high school.
Martin White, attending Illinois State University.
It was a difficult question for him, but one of Martin's fondest memories was a first dance with a special classmate. Martin plans on using his college education as the opportunity to truly explore his passion for digital media.
Jaden Wilburn Johnson, attending Illinois State University.
Jaden will miss basketball and PE at Southland while he sets his sights on becoming a prominent attorney. After setting an academic goal junior year and meeting it, he feels unstoppable. His words to friends come from the great Maya Angelou. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated.
Patricia Wilkerson, attending Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Patricia credits herself for making it this far as she plans to study business administration en route to being a future CEO of an energy company. As she turns towards her new adventures, she'll dearly miss her great friend, Malika Johnson.
Taylor Williams, attending the University of Kentucky.
Freshman year, she never would have imagined it, but now her greatest accomplishment was being accepted to 24 colleges and universities. She plans on studying medicine and becoming a physician. She credits herself, along with the support of her friends, along the way for coming out on top.
Anaya Wilson, attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Miss Wilson's fondest memory is taking her walk to the stage to receive the coveted Southland Golden Apple Award. With her own baking business, she plans to major in nursing and become a neonatal nurses practitioner. She thanks Ryan and Christiane for being great friends and her parents for motivation.
Wesley Woods, attending Ripon College.
Wesley has big plans for a career in business and commerce. While doing so, He's looking forward to playing college basketball at the school of his dreams.
Devin Wright, attending Kentucky State University.
Devin will major in graphic design with a goal to become a game developer. He credits favorite friend Lynette Rucker and also Taylor Williams for helping him make it this far. He urges his classmates, be safe out there and have a successful career and life.
Jada Wright, attending Howard University.
Jada plans on becoming a formidable civil rights attorney and expanding into a greater career in government and politics. Her proudest achievement was donning her blazer embroidered with the National Honor Society patch at induction.
Naya Wright, attending Columbia College, Chicago.
Naya will study film and television with a concentration on directing. She'll become a successful director and screenwriter, as well as found her own inclusive production company. Voted most likely to direct the film, her classmates and her entire Southland family cannot wait for the first movie premiere.
Dr. Davis, Board of Education, family, and friends. It is my pleasure to introduce the Southland College Prep Charter High School graduating class of 2021. Graduates, at this time, please move your tassels from the right to the left.
Now, parents, I absolutely know that you have a standing ovation for the class of 2021 in you. Please. I have the best of both worlds. It's my pleasure always to be your leader and to, we're not in troubled waters anymore, we're coming out. I think you know that I feel that I see the sunshine, I see the river, I see the opening of school, is what I see. But the other side of this journey of mine is that I have always existed in a school, and that's my favorite place to be. And a group of young women came to me to say, Dr. Davis, we've written something. It's an expression of how we feel, a gift to the class of 2021. It's a combination of dance and speech, and may we do this. So at this point, I present to you the young women of Southland, and they will come in their own way with a gift to the class of 2021.
I'm I'm just now realizing how important it is to be grateful for each moment. Although I am aware that we are the students of today and the leaders of tomorrow. But before tomorrow comes, let me share this with you. Time, represented through change, time, which is closely connected to the concept of space. Time is a flowing river. Happy are those who allow themselves to be carried, unresisting with the current. And time, something we tend to try to fast forward and move along, never stopping to take a second to live, laugh, learn, and love. I remember my first day at Southland. I walked in and was surrounded by students standing in uniforms. No one knew me, and I was a stranger to them. Freshman year, you taught me perseverance, to keep on pushing no matter what. That if a task is too hard, to never throw in the towel. Sophomore year, I knew what it was like to be insecure, how hard it was to love myself and to find the wholeness in myself, until I learned that I am beautiful just the way I am. Junior year, you taught me a family is like a circle and the connection never ends. And that if times it breaks, in time, it will always mend. Senior year taught me throughout the pandemic that time is too slow for those who wait, too swift for those who fear, too long for those who grieve, too short for those who rejoice, but for those who love, time is. Family, friends, laughters, and tears. The greatest lessons that I learned were not always taught in the classroom, but from the actions and encouragement of my peers. I've learned to blaze a trail for history to see. Southland has taught me this important truth, that we all have a purpose in life that begins in our youth. Although I am sad to be moving on, I am grateful for the lessons learned and the memories shared. Southland has equipped me with the tools to go into the real world, communication, the beauty in learning, and family. That I'm not too young to solve the world's biggest problems, and that my voice can be heard. That I possess the ability to impact the community around me. That I'm not at all too young to solve the world's biggest problems. Being here at Southland has taught me to live in the moment and to never pass up an opportunity to dream.
How very beautiful, the young women of the Southland. Let's give them another round of applause. Now, I promised you a surprise, and I never know what that's going to be in advance, because I'm always searching for something that brings a message that expresses who we are. And many, many times I've turned to Mrs. Elizabeth Norman Sojourner. You don't know a lot about her. You probably know the quality of her voice, but you don't know that we solicited her services from Chicago State, and of course, she performed many times in Buckingham fountain for the mayor and at the Bean and in New York and in LA. But she's now a part of the Southland family. But a new member, and I hope that she's going to remain a part of the family. I just met her, and I met her by listening to the sound of an instrument. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll let her, by way of demonstration, tell you. But she expresses her expertise, her excellence, in a way that's different. But I'll let you judge that for yourself. Her name is Edith Yokley. And we had to add one of our students. He's grown a lot. When he first came to us, Stephen was shy, and Stephen did not, I don't think, want to perform or even realize his expertise in performing in front of an audience. But you'll sense his confidence as they come to you at this point. So welcome, Mrs. Norman. Welcome, Mrs. Yokley. Welcome, Stephen.
And oh, my soul is cloudy. If troubles come and my heart is in need, then I am still in wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I had your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. Raise me up to more than I can
I hope that you felt that the way that I did. So let's give them another round of applause, could we? Today, the Southland family comes together to formally salute and congratulate the class of 2021. And I know that at some point in our evolution or history, the world will write about a school called Southland College Prep. That history, that document would be incomplete without the chapter written by and about the class of 2021. I know that you're amazing. I know that you're unique in so many ways. But does the fact that all 138 of you are graduating, is that an aspect of your uniqueness? Not to me. Does the fact that 30 of you of the class of 21 have $1 million or more in merit scholarships, does that make you unique? No. And that collectively the class of 2021 has over $50 million in merit-based scholarships for U.S. colleges and universities. Is that a sign of uniqueness? Perhaps. But what I do know that this is a world that acknowledges excellence. It's a world that looks for the goodness in people, looks at people with a jaundiced eye until they find out exactly who you are. And I'm looking now at a statistic from U.S. News and World Report indicating that out of all the 50 top-ranked colleges in our country, that we're actually in 48 of them. And so, all right, I'll accept that that's unique. I'm looking also at the fact that for the first time, we have a student that's going to be attending the Berklee College of Music, which is huge, kind of like the Juilliard of the Midwest, so to speak, in Boston. And I think that that's probably unique. But what I think that distinguishes you from all the other classes is that you really are a manifestation of our dreams. You know, on every wall at Southland, probably you hated to see it, but our motto, our philosophy is on those walls. And it just says simply, excellence is the expectation. Excellence is the expectation. And sometimes people pass by and they just assume that this is something that you put on a wall and you have no intention of fulfilling that goal. For us, it was a motivating factor. For us, it continues to motivate. And I listened to speeches. As a matter of fact, I've listened to them several times. But two of our speakers, Kyle and Breon, mentioned the length of the school day and how much effort it took to graduate from Southland.
And I thought about that. And I thought about going back 10 years to the beginning, to where we started and the conversations we had. And what we did in terms of the length of our school day was to do exactly what they do in Asian and European countries. And so, as we sit here today, we may be unique here in the United States because, I don't know, Mr. Lane, in the United States, do we think of brevity? We should get it out early? I don't know. But I do know that in Europe and Asia, students are in school 6 days a week, 8 to 9 hours a day. And so when we thought of this concept of a college prep school, what we had to conceptualize, what we had to think about is how we got you to the point where these top colleges and universities would seek you out. Because you're wonderful young people, you're very nice, and that doesn't mean a lot to the world as a whole. To a college or university, and let's say it's a Harvard or Yale or St. Xavier or Stanford or Princeton, and I think USC, we have someone going, what they want are students that are competent enough to come in, persist, which means stay in, and graduate. But they also want something else. They want you to be able to give back to their environment, enhance their names and their reputations. They want you to write. They want you to generate interest in the college. They want to be proud of a graduate that wears their names. So it was very important to us that we prepare you properly so that you could get in these colleges. But more than that, you have to persist, you have to graduate. And so I smile every time I listen to the two of them speak, because I don't know that I've ever shared the true reason that we have that long day, but that's the reason. And I smile also because you've got your diplomas now, but I'm going to give you a homework assignment, which you don't have to do because you can say, Dr. Davis, we've graduated, but I think you'll do it anyway. Go home and look up any other high school in this area, look up high schools up north, New Trier, etc. What you will see is that most high schools in our state, actually most high schools nationwide, have 8 to 10 less credits to graduate with. And I think that's interesting. But when we were looking at what we would do, we knew that you had to be heavy on the areas of math and science and technology and music and art. What we were looking at was how to develop in you a sense of being the cosmopolitan student, or a student that was comfortable going into a different environment. Because, South suburban Chicago is not the world. And I know that your parents who are sitting here, maybe they don't want you to go away and stay away, but they do want you to be successful in the big world sense. They absolutely want that. And in order to do that, then you have to have a level of excellence and competence in those areas. If you read newspapers, and I know you do, your parents know this, that our country, and we love our country, but we recognize that there's some issues. But the issue for me as an educator is that at one time we led the world in our competency in math and science, and now we don't anymore. So that's a goal that we're going to have to work towards, because we must be competitive. And you read about this in the paper as we fight to regain our prominence. But my interest is just you. I do, and I have the pleasure of doing what I've always wanted to do, and that is spend my life helping young people and doing everything that I can. But the other thing that drove us to make decisions about the direction that we were going to go in as a high school, as a college prep high school, was the philosophy of Ron Edmonds and the Essential Schools movement. I've gone to tons of workshops with him, and his philosophy is actually simple, hard to implement, but simple. He says in all of his books that we have a responsibility to educate all students who step foot inside of our schools and to do it well. And the fact that we don't is our responsibility as educators. I believe that. It's our responsibility. Southland is very simply a group of experienced educators, 20, 30, 40 years in this business. They understand what they need to do to make sure that it's a quality education, it's an education with rigor. They understand this. I don't know, because I've never talked to them about it, that they understand that we're going against the odds, because I don't feel that. I don't feel that. I knew that if we created a place that was safe and beautiful within a context and high tech and light and airy, I knew your parents would send you, you would come. Maybe you'd fight against the long day, but you would come. And I knew that if you came and we surrounded you with the kinds of people that we have that care about your future, I knew exactly what would happen. That you would get a quality education, but you would also enjoy the experience. When I go to the dance class and I see students practicing, and it does take a lot of time, or speech and it takes a lot of time, or band and it takes a lot of time, and on and on and on. But what I really see is a sense of serenity. I see that you've made friends. I see a connection. I see you bonding with what I call our family. And you know I say that all the time, because I actually do think of Southland as a family. And this bond, in other words, the realization that what happens to one of us happens to all of us, that peace is a goal, that peace can be achieved, that kindness and politeness are good things, and these are things that we can do within our own environment. I believe, because that is who we are in the Southland family. And you know, I did a little research and I found this African proverb, and it says, I am because we are. I am because we are. And by extension, we are because you are. And I think the we is very simply those of us who are privileged to serve you here at Southland and to give leadership in the Southland family. But we would not be the same without you. Why would you think that? And we knew this. Remember March 19th of last year, we were all sitting in front of our televisions, and Governor Pritzker said, all schools, public and private, are closed due to the pandemic. I thought, because I've been in this business a long time, and I thought, this will be 2 or 3 weeks and we'll solve this. We'll solve this. A year and a half later, we're working towards the ultimate solution. We're getting there. We're getting there. You saw that my speech was entitled A Bridge Over Troubled Waters. I think we've crossed the bridge. I think we've walked up to the top of the mountain. I think we're looking over the top. I think also that rather than experience remote education, I believe you're going to go to college campuses this fall. But you know what? You're going to do it the same way you did here, carefully. But this pandemic was a challenge to us, because what it did was, for a little bit of time, separate us from you. Because remember, I said, we are because you are. And there you were on the other side of a computer screen. And I stepped back and I listened to the teachers, and Mrs. Grucius and Mitchell and Wells, who was the first teacher that joined the Southland staff, and the administrators, and we thought, okay. But I believe this, and I've always believed this all of my life, that when there's a challenge, that's when you need leadership. If everything is going the way it should be, then I'm not sure that you need quality leadership. And so I saw the teachers and administrators begin to re-strategize. How do we do this? And we transitioned to a technology-based concept, and to a certain degree it worked. However, at Christmas I looked at this and I said, you need to come in. And so you may think about that. Why did we come in, and why did we put out to the community this Christmas celebration in the middle of a pandemic? Why did we do Black History Month? Why did we do the spring concert? And the reason for that is our family has to illustrate to the community and illustrate by our actions that we're careful, but we're not afraid. And that's what we did. And I think it was absolutely beautiful because the family also has to send messages. And we send messages simply by our actions. That's what we do. But there's a person here today I would like to thank. You know him as your college counselor, and he had to, I think, re-strategize, although he's never complained. I think he went to communicating with you through families. You did Zooms, but really the essence of how Mr. Robert Lane, who I'm hoping will come out of the shadows over there, the essence of how we've always communicated is one by one. And suddenly, he didn't have you there anymore. But even in the midst of that, you know what was accomplished. But I really think that it is due to you. It's due to the fact that I sensed your change, maybe December and January, December. I sensed that you had made up your minds as seniors that no matter what, you were going to do whatever was necessary for you to graduate and have this opportunity and move on with your lives, because you realize the situation that we're in now is temporary. But your futures, that's what is at issue. And so as you began to dig in, as the teachers felt the response, and as they told me that they felt this energy and this enthusiasm and this determination, and Naya called it grit, maybe that's what it is, I don't know. But we felt the shift in January where the class of 2021 decided, okay, I don't know, someone called it a metamorphosis, maybe it was, a change, but that we were going to fight back. And the way that we were going to fight back was to make sure and to let the world know that you're entitled to what you're receiving today. And indeed you are. But the family, the family continues on. You know, one of the messages that the teachers wanted me to deliver, because they want you to know that they're available. You know that our alumni come back all the time, and this connection that we promised this in the class of 2014, and I know they probably said, you guys don't mean this. But we see 2014, 2015, 2016 as we help them to get into graduate school programs, as we help them and give them support as they travel overseas. And I get postcards from Australia as one of our alumni is sitting on a camel on a mountain, it looked like, but having an experience. Postcards and Instagrams from Italy and Spain, and they traveled even in the pandemic. And so the family stayed together, and here we are. But you're very quiet today, so I have to come closer to you. Quiet is good sometimes, and I appreciate that. But I have a dream, and it's something that I absolutely want you to know. I know that you have courage. I know that you have intellect. I know that you have the ability to do well in the schools that you're going to attend. But what I want to tell you is that in our world, only excellence and mastery is acknowledged, and it's what means most to the world. You know, there's a concept, I don't use it very much, but there's a word, it's mediocrity. If that's a part of how you think or just getting by, please don't. Please don't. Because what I want for you is you to climb to the top of that mountain and come over the other side. I want you to see the flowing river. I want you to feel the sunshine. I want you to travel. But I also want you to make your impact on this world. Even though we live in a world that has some problems, I know that there's a solution. Look at what happened to us. We thought we were going to be buried in this thing called COVID for years and years. But scientists were able to get together and find a vaccine in probably 6 to 7 months. It doesn't mean that it's a total solution, but to relieve some of the stress that you've been receiving and your parents been receiving, and also to help the schools to open up, which we will do in the fall. But that's one thing. But have you ever wondered why, as bright and intelligent as our scientists are, we haven't ever found a cure for cancer? We know it's a problem, but we don't know. But you might. I heard in the comments that some of you want to be doctors, some of you want to be nurses. Suppose that's your destiny. Suppose that in your mind and in your research, because some of you want to get into public policy, others of you want to do research in terms of the medical sciences. I'm hopeful, very hopeful, because I know the intelligence and the intellect that I'm sitting here in front, and University of Chicago, okay, everyone over there has a Nobel Prize or has written tons of books, and so I want to read something that you've written. So we're watching you, but what I want you to know is if there's a problem, it could be financial, it could be academic, it could be simple loneliness, it could be that you need a friend. I don't know what the problem would be, but the Southland family exists, and we will continue to exist, and all you have to do is pick up the phone or send an email. Simply because we gave you a diploma today does not mean that we're ever going to put you out of our minds, and certainly not out of our hearts. But the only way that a family reacts is that we have to do something, because what affects one of us affects everyone. It does. And that's the way we look at it. And you're here in this building, so you know that you see alumni come in and out, and some of them are coming to study and find a recommendation for law school. Some of them are studying for the MCAT. They're here for all kinds of reasons. But we're not a family if we don't keep our word and if this is not a constant. But you're quiet now. What I think is going to happen as you go out into this world, because you're going, in many cases, quite a distance away from us. And you will encounter people that have different values. Evaluate the values, because you have your own. Your parents dictate your values, all right. But they also come from different backgrounds. You will have the opportunity to interact with people that don't necessarily look like us. However, I'm not sure what that means necessarily, other than it's a learning experience. But I want you always to remember this home called Southland. But something else that you have to remember is, if you have this concept, and if you have and understand what excellence is, if you understand what I'm saying when I say mastery, if you're determined that in life you're going to lift your family up and lift the community up, and you want to be heard throughout the world, then you've got to embrace a career and make sure that you excel. An attorney that lives in the Southland area, as a matter of fact, very close to here, told me when we opened, do you know there has not been a student in the Southland selected at Harvard in 25 years? Yes, there has. Because there's been a student from Southland that has been selected, and unfortunately for me, they turned down Harvard. But my point is, anything is possible. But you must look at life in a different way. Here, there's love, and when there's love, there's understanding. But what will stand the test of time is academic excellence and mastery of their skill in your field. Those are things that people will respect no matter what. No matter what. And so that's my message to you. It's a dream, but it's a dream that's achievable. And so what I hope is that as we journey through the summer, that you're going to start to think about what next. And the what next is giving the college and the university that you are going to go to everything that you gave to Southland. If you said that you stayed up till midnight, and I don't know if that's true or not, Brian, I have doubts about that. But anyway, if you stayed up to midnight, then you can do it there if necessary. But what you're actually going to find, that the base that you have from here is probably not going to necessitate that kind of energy. But my word to you, my last word, my dream, love always finds a way. And as you journey on, you're journeying with the love of 72 people who are on staff here at Southland that love you, that care about you, that will respond to you. And I think that you're very, very fortunate because, Roderick, I don't know, is there that much love that exists? I think love is a tangible. I felt the love of my mother no matter what, even when I did something no matter that she didn't want me to do. She said, "Sweetheart, don't do that again, but Mother loves you." That's what I feel here among the parents. There's so much love. They're on the verge of letting go of their children. We look at them in different ways, young adults, they're children. But I do believe that love always finds a way. But I believe also that the world will hear them. I really do.
Go out and tell the story. Let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. How justice was our battle and how justice was denied. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. And say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight that sometimes there are battles that are more than black or white. And I could not put down my sword when justice was my right. Make them hear you. Go out and tell the story to your daughters and your sons. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. And tell them in the struggle we were not the only ones. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Your sword can be a sermon or the power of the pen. Teach every child to raise his voice, and then, my brothers, there